Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Umair bin Abid and you're watching Umair Linguistics. In this video, we are going to look at some multiple choice questions from chapter 4, The Sound Patterns of Language or Phonology. And the book is The Study of Language by George Orwell, which is actually an introductory book on linguistics. Uh, I'll also try to explain some distractors and how to understand some concepts and how you can do the multiple choice questions in a better and accurate way. So let's look at which English sound has the features plus voice plus velar plus stop. So we can describe consonants in 3 to 5 criteria. So there are three criteria which we have to look at in the following word sounds. So if we look at b sound, so actually it is bilabial. So if we look at this, so it has to be velar. Although b is voiced as well as stop, but it's not velar. So this is not the correct option. This cannot be. Similarly, D cannot be the correct option because it is also not velar but alveolar, although it's voiced and stop. If we look at G sound, so G is a velar sound and it's also voiced and its manner is also stop. So this is the correct option. K is a voiceless velar and stop. So it's minus voice minus velar. As far as P is concerned, it is minus voice voiceless, but it's a bilabial and but it's also a stop. So only this is the sound which meets all these three criteria. T sound is alveolar, voiceless, and stop. All right. Choose the word normally pronounced with aspiration of th. So this can be a tricky question for some people because it's somewhat related to allophonic variation. So if you know allophonic variation, only then you can answer this question. So just you can say just a basic idea in which you can solve such type of question. So we know we have three voiceless stops or voiceless plosive: p, k, and t. So there are only three voiceless stops or voiceless plosives in English, and most of the times, or you can say always, they are aspirated only at one position. They are aspirated when they come at the beginning of a syllable. At the beginning of a syllable. Why I am not saying at the beginning of a word? Let me explain you later. So, but first we should look at this question. So, apple in apple, the first is vowel sound. So therefore, it cannot be in pay. The first sound is th. So therefore, it is aspirated. And in other parts like replay, shops, spray, and trip. Although we have per sound here, 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 also here, and as well as in first uh, option, first item, but in nowhere per sound or any voice loss stop is coming at the beginning of a syllable. So when it comes at the beginning of a syllable, only then it is the voiceless stops are aspirated. Otherwise, these voiceless stops will be unaspirated if they come at any other position. And for example, yeah, why I am saying in the beginning of a syllable. So for example, if we have a word like impossible, all right, impossible. Possible. Sorry, I am unable to write it very clearly. Yeah. So in the word impossible, impossible, there are three syllable because there are three vowel sounds. First vowel in possible we have o and uh, and then e. The last one is actually the syllabic consonant. So impossible. We can see impossible. The next syllable is starting from per sound. So therefore, in this situation, per sound will be aspirated. So whenever a voiceless stop come at the beginning of a syllable, at the beginning of a syllable, and usually at the beginning of a stress syllable. I do not want to get in much detail for now, but if you are just studying introductory linguistics, so for you, this is enough that whenever a voiceless stop come at the beginning of a word, only then, only in this case, it will be aspirated. Otherwise, if it comes in the middle or in the end of like this, so it will not be aspirated. The third question is uh, just choose the group of words that represents a minimal set. Now we have to look for the minimal set among, sorry, just a minute, among the following options, among the following items. Choose the group of words that represent a minimal set. So first of all, we should know that what is a minimal set. A minimal set is any set of words which differ with each other only in one sound and most probably at the same position. So if we have a set of words which change, which are different from each other only in one sound at the same position, so that would be a minimal set. Or if there are just two words, so that would be minimal pair. If there are more than two words which are different from each other just because of one sound, so that would be minimal set. So big bag bag, here we can see in big bag and bag, so there are two different vowels, e, a, a. But there is also another difference, because in these two words there is g consonant and in this there is k consonant. So there are two differences, one of vowel and one of consonant, so it cannot be. Fear, free, and reef, it can also not be a minimal pair because the positions of the sounds is changed. And here we have diphthong fear, here we have monophthong free, and here we have also the same sound e reef, but they also have different combination of sounds. James, jams. James, jams. Once again, we can see it does not follow that criteria. Now look at this word. Love, life, and love. Love, life, love. We can see the first and the last consonant in these three words is the same. The first consonant is l in all these three words, and the last consonant is f. So this meets the criteria of minimal pair because life, love, life, love. Only the vowel sound is changed in all of three words. The rest of the consonants are similar. So love, life, and love. And I think love will be pronounced like this. Yeah. So although it is diphthong, but we consider diphthong one vowel actually. Love, life, and love. So in three words, we have the difference of only one vowel or only one sound at the same position. So this will be the correct answer. In other mime, mine, name, no, name is totally changed. Sip, ship, shop. Once again, here we have sir consonant, here we have sh consonant, and here we have e vowel, and here we have O vowel. So only this is the correct option. Choose the two numbers whose pronunciation would end with closed syllables. So you know what is closed syllable? Any syllable which ends at a consonant. Any syllable which ends at a consonant, it is a closed syllable. So in two, the last sound is vowel. It cannot be. In 10, 10. In 10, we have three. Uh, so the last one is N. So it is the correct option 10. In 20, 20, E last sound is vowel, so it is not closed syllable, rather it is open syllable. In 33, the last sound once again E, it is an open syllable. 44 and 50. In 50, the last sound is also E. So actually here the correct option is 44 and 10. Why 44? You might be thinking that the last sound is R in this word 44, and for British English speakers, for many varieties of British English, if R sound comes at the end of a word, usually it is not pronounced. So if we think from that criteria, if we think or if we follow that specifically receive pronunciation, so even this word will not fall in close syllable, because they will say 44, now 44. But uh, from but the question in question we have already asked that choose the two numbers, so it means there must be two options which are correct. So therefore we will say that this is the correct option, because in American English R is always pronounced. So 44, 44. The last, choose the two phrases that would typically pronounce with elision of part of a consonant cluster. So in these utterances, we have to find two utterances in which a consonant cluster is reduced to one consonant. Means a consonant cluster is elided, is has undergone elision. So I have to. So here we have, what we call assimilation. Instead of were, it will become I have to, but there is no elision. You can go once again and will change to like this one ang, but no, there is no elision of sound. We ask you, we ask you. Once again, there is no elision. They want it. So actually, these are the two correct options. When English speaker say she must be, so they say usually she must be. So we know this is a consonant cluster must, and it will be reduced to just must. So it will be like, sorry, she must be, instead of must. So T will be skipped. T will be allowed. So she must be. And this is very common phrase, me and you. So instead of saying me and you, so they say me and you, me and you, me and you. So D is allowed. So once again, this is a consonant cluster, two consonant coming together. So these two are instances where we have elision. All right. So as far this allusion or assimilation is concerned, it is much related to your perception and your understanding of these things. So I hope this has been helpful for you. So you can subscribe this channel if you like it. Jazakallah khairan and thank you.